cookie nougat.
My spider senses are starting to tingle.
Salutations, heroes, spider fans, and cosplayers from around the world. Thanks for checking out my channel. Today we're going to be opening a custom Zentai Zone Spider-Man costume that I ordered, or an unbagging rather, as it comes in a awesome bag. This is my first Spider-Man costume that I've ever ordered from a vendor. I have only one other Spider-Man costume. I made it homemade back in 2002. I have another video where I try on that homemade costume that I made after 20 years. If you want to watch that video and see the suit and watch me try it on after 2 decades, you can check out that video. I'll link it right here. But without further ado, let's go ahead and open up this costume. You can enter your custom measurements on Zentai Zone, and they make a suit exactly for your measurements. I did do that. It's kind of a weird thing entering your custom measurements. You have to measure areas of your body that you wouldn't normally have to measure. Like you have to measure your wrists and your neck and some other strange areas of your body to get the fit right. So I'm hoping that I entered all of that stuff properly. And I did also ask to have this puffy painted. So I'm really hoping, oh man, this is already looking really cool. See it a little bit through the bag. Printcostume.com. That is the same company as Zentai Zone. They used to just be Zentai Zone, but they've split their business into 2 groups. There's Zentai Zones on one side, and then Print Costume is the superhero stuff like the Spider-Man costumes and all of that. When I say Zentai Zone or when I say Print Costume, I'm talking about the same company. So I do just want to mention that on their website, under the FAQs for the time that you're gonna have to wait to get the costume, it says like 10 working days for them to make it, if it's a custom suit, and then like another 6 or 7 days for shipping. That was not accurate in my case. I ordered this on like January 13th, and it took until like March 5th to arrive. So we're talking like almost 2 full months. I did email the company and asked them like what the progress was, because it seemed like it was taking a really long time, and they told me that they were celebrating Chinese New Year for like 3 or 4 days, and that when they got back they'd continue working on the suit. So Chinese New Year kind of halted it in its tracks for a couple of days, but on top of that I did order a custom suit. I also asked to have it puffy painted, which is, I understand, time consuming. So just putting that out there so that you know that if you do order a suit from Zentai Zone, that it may not be 16 or 17 days. You may be waiting like 2 months. So just bear in mind if you're ordering this and you want to wear it to a specific event or a convention, I would give yourselves a couple of months of lead time, just in case. We'll finish opening this up. All right. Was that the 4th bag? Outer bag, inner bag, another inner bag, and then finally a plastic bag. Oh, look at the spider emblem on the back of that. That's really cool. All right. Wow, what a good job they did on that puffy painting. That looks so cool, and it's got that really cool hexagonal brick pattern. Let's unfold it. I did get the Kung Fu shoes with it, which is an option that you can do where they put shoes inside of here so that you can slip your feet into them. And it comes with rubber soles also, which is good for if you're climbing walls or actually want to do things. I did get the mask done without any lenses at all, so it is just a plain mask. Alright, so I did make some lenses of my own. I'll probably do another video on Spider-Man lenses at some point. So the eyes will go there, and I got magnetic things and a face shell that I made. If you want to watch the video on my Spider-Man face shell that I made from a cheap $10 iron spider mask, you can check that video out somewhere up here. Alright, so there's the mask, there's the gloves, and I did get the forearm zippers. And I like how it zips towards the wrist, because I have some homemade web shooters that I made, which you saw at the beginning of this video. Right about the wrist is where the zipper sits when it's closed, and that means if I decide to wear web shooters on the outside of the costume, it'll hide it. And likewise, if I wanted to just unzip this just a little bit, I could even make some kind of a little customized nozzle that comes out of there, so it looks like I'm wearing it under my suit, like he has in the comic books, which is kind of cool. So I'm glad that it zips down towards the wrist and not up towards the elbow. They are attached. You can order the gloves attached or detached. I went with everything attached. So there's the ankle zips. So as you can see, that also zips down. I'm trying to be very careful with that because I don't know how good these zippers are. So I'm trying to be very careful here. Well, they're pretty good. All right, so that can help you get the boots on. So if you need to like reach your hand in there and feel around to get the heel over the back of your foot, you can unzip the ankle and get your foot in there a little easier. That's the spider symbol. I did go with the U-shaped zipper. I feel like that's a better way to go to make it look a little more hidden. The U-zipper goes from the armpit seam all the way down around the nape of your booty. Does the booty have a nape? I don't even know. We're just gonna say nape of your booty, and then it goes up like that. Easier to get the costume on as well if it's a U-zipper. I'll hold it up one last time. Time to go try it on. Let's do this.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can you swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Welcome fame, he's ignored. Action is his reward to him. Life is a great big day. Wherever there's a hang, you'll find the Spider-Man.
So overall, I am really happy with this costume. It might be a little hard to hear me because I have my mask on. Yeah, there's a couple of spots where, you know, like the webs don't line up. You can see there's some places on the palm where the webs don't quite line up, but that's okay, you know, it's minor detail. The fingers, the webs don't go all the way around, you know, like they do in the comic book. That might be by design, I don't really know. I'm going to take the mask off so that you guys can hear me a little bit better. I just wanted to show you that this is my homemade face shell that I made from a toy Spider-Man mask, and lenses are just magnetic. I cut holes here and here, that way I can put the lenses on like that, see? Alright, so that's how I did that. And I'll do a video on the eye lenses at some point because I got a pretty good method now of how to do these. But I'm going to take the mask off so that I can talk without you guys not being able to hear me, okay? Alright. I'm pretty happy with the suit. So once again, just to recap, this is Gunhead Designs, or Gunhead Design. He does some really great Spider-Man suits for like Zentai Zone and like Heroes Time and maybe our PC studio. There's a few designers that design suits across those three vendors, and Gunhead Design is just one that comes highly recommended. So I chose this suit because it looked like a nice blend of both the classic Spider-Man suit, but it also looked more modern. It has some of those modern things going on, like the hexagonal pattern and the little ridge here. The little ridge here on the arm. There's like the black puffy paint, and then there's like a little space where it's just solid blue, and then the brick pattern. So there's like a lot of little design elements that look a little more modern, and there's some very slight muscle shading. I don't like a lot of muscle shading on my Spider-Man costumes. It looks fake. Trying to look like a living comic book or something maybe, but I really prefer no shading or just slight shading, and there is just a very light muscle shading on this suit, which accentuates just the right amount. Anything more than that, it'd be overkill. So I liked that about it. I liked that it would look like a blend of the classic suit and more modern looking Spider-Man. Another reason I chose it is I would really like to have the Peter B. Parker Spider-Man costume at some point. It's a little different than this design. This costume has a similar looking spider to the one in Spider-Verse. It's a little different, but it's very similar. So it's close enough. So if I want to do Peter B. Parker with this, it works. It's not 100% accurate, but it's pretty dang close. And there's also, I think, a double ridge of black outline on there, which is another thing that this suit doesn't have, but it's close. So I could do Peter B. Parker with this suit and it'd be fine. So again, this is called the 2020 Spider-Man suit, and I don't know what that refers to. There are suits on there that are modeled after the PS4 game. There's suits on there modeled after, you know, the Sam Raimi movie, the Andrew Garfield movies, ones modeled after the comic books. There's a lot of Homecoming ones, which are obviously the most popular right now because the Tom Holland movies being the most current Spider-Man movies out there. This particular suit, I really liked it, but I don't know if it's from something. Like, I don't know if it's from a game or a specific version of the comic book that I'm just not familiar with. So if anybody knows if this 2020 suit by Gunhead Design is modeled after something specific, let me know in the comments. I just bought it because I really liked it and I thought it looked like a really cool blend of all of the things that I wanted in my first Spider-Man suit. So I kind of just picked like a kind of a multi-purpose general Spider-Man suit that I thought looked good. They did a really amazing job on the puffy paint process. There's a slight shine to it. It's catching the light in neat ways, which is kind of cool. Oh, one of the main things that I wish they could figure out, forearm zips, they go down past where the blue starts, and so you can see a little bit of the red bit of the zipper there. I mean, there's not really any reason that they need to go that far down with the zip. That's probably the most annoying thing to me, because it's kind of obvious when you're showing your arms, you can really see that a lot. But again, for the price of this thing and customized tailoring, and it fits amazingly. All in all, like it's like a glove, man. It fits like a glove. They nailed it. And I'm glad I went with the Kung Fu shoes. I've been jumping around and jumping off of tables and pouncing in these Kung Fu shoes. They're not slipping around or anything. The rubber soles on the bottom are really great. All in all, it's the most amazing Spider-Man costume I've ever had. So anyway, yeah, that's this is my Gunhead Design 2020 spider suit from Zentai Zone, aka Print Costume. If you're thinking about getting a Spider-Man costume, I don't think you can go wrong with this company. They did a fantastic job. Alright guys, once again, thanks for watching and have a spiderific day. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god, you're so weird. You just gonna make yourself at home? I'm trying to make a video.
I'm trying to make a Spider-Man video, and you're in my shot, you goofy goof.
You wanna open the package? You wanna try on the costume?
They don't make custom measurements for cats. They should, because you could be Spider-Cat.
You got a good job, my buddy boy. Oh, thank you for helping me focus my camera.